I've been walking around with my hands clenched. I always got a scowl on my face. The stress of the modern age is impacting my day to day. I'm tired every morning cause I'm wired every night. Try to remember details but I never get them right.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of A Wee Touch of Madness, the podcast brought to you every single week by me, Loz, the apparent funny man. And I say that every week and it's still not very funny. This is the podcast published by Madness Records. Now today I am with a new band, two of the members. So all of you at home, you know what that means. The one that didn't turn up, we get to fucking punish later on. I am with the band Nowhere Days from Chicago. How you doing, guys?
Doing well.
Yeah, we're doing good. How you doing?
Me, I am living the dream and loving life and all that lovely shit. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and the music that you do to the people out there who may not be aware of who you are?
Yeah. So we are from Chicago and we play what is kind of a Chicago style punk rock. We like Alkaline Trio, Lawrence Arms, those kind of bands.
Rise Against.
Yeah.
Rise Against.
Fall Out Boy.
That's right.
No, we don't really like Fall Out Boy. Yeah, we I don't know. We got some like different influences on the new stuff coming in. We got some piano, some acoustic guitar, branching out a little bit. But punk rock is always the root of it. What do you think, Tony? What else should we say?
Yeah, I mean, you summed it up. We're all kind of punk nerds. I know me and Danny talk for hours about random punk stuff. I like more the hardcore 80s style, Bad Brains type stuff. Yeah, I think all of us, even our drummer, is obsessed with Travis Barker. So all of us.
Don't get me started on drummers. I mean, as I'm sure everybody is aware, at that time from when I had Bitch and Hour on, and I called their drummer Beth simple-minded. I kind of got punished pretty hard for that one, but I stand by it. You know, drummers are generally simple-minded. Everybody remembers the interview I did with Keith Barnes, very simple-minded individual. So I stand by it. All drummers are.
If it's true, it's true. I mean,
Exactly.
It's not like there's one here to defend themselves, so we're good.
Yeah, exactly. The drummer that was so simple-minded, he was too scared to turn up.
He couldn't figure out the computer, I think.
Couldn't figure out the computer. Oh, fuck. So how did the band come about?
Do you have Craigslist in the UK?
I've heard of Craigslist because of American TV shows, but I don't actually know if it's a thing over here, if people over here actually use it.
Okay. So it's a very like lo-fi message board. Anything goes on there. You can buy stuff. You can meet people. You can do whatever. Probably a lot of sketchy shit. Anyway, we met on Craigslist because we were just looking to join a punk band, and there was a pop punk cover band that was being started on Craigslist, and we joined that. It was a lot of like I don't know, like Yellow Card, Good Charlotte, that kind of pop punk. And then we were doing that for like a year, and then we lost 2 members from that group. So there were just the 3 of us left, and I had some songs written, and we were like, should we just like be a real band now? And we
Yeah.
You're shaking your head, but we
just got together a couple of times. We played a little bit and was like, shit, guys, shall we be a real band now? I don't know, guy. Yeah, fuck it.
That's like, exactly it. That's how it went.
Yeah, it's like when you're like dating a girl and you have to have that conversation. And you're like, what are we doing? Like, is this for real? So, we started like writing our own songs, jamming on them, and we recorded an album in our drummer's basement during the pandemic. And then we were finally able to start playing shows about a year ago. And now we got a second album that was professionally recorded coming out. So it sounds way better, and we're super stoked about it.
So Do you, other than that, then, do you have any plans musically for this coming year? Is there anything that you guys are currently working on that you kind of want people to know about, that you're too excited to keep it bottled up?
I mean, we got our album release. It's like, yeah, we just finished recording, February, pretty much all of February. Finished all these 10, almost 11 songs, but I think we skipped one. But yeah, to answer your question, like we're so excited to get back out there and kind of just play as much as we can and promote this album and have fun. And I don't know.
To promote the album, I smell an album release episode coming up in the near future. Then,
I mean,
Is that what that odor is?
cool.
yeah,
Uh,
it could be bullshit. You know, me talking a lot of shit, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, no, we got some cool stuff. We like, since we released the first one in the pandemic, we didn't have like a rollout really. We were just kind of like, here's songs, people. But now we have a bunch of stuff like in the can ready to go. Tony apparently is a genius music video director. So we got one music video done already, coming out soon. We're gonna do like one or two more probably. Got some shows, and then yeah, the album coming in probably August, I think we're looking at.
August. Right, I will keep that penciled in, and everybody at home, make sure you keep that penciled in as well to check out these guys' album when it comes out. I have listened to a couple of songs that got sent in prior to this, and I've got to say, some of it was really good. One or two was a little bit confusing for me, but generally it was pretty good.
Well,
So I quite enjoyed it.
So
So
don't want you
what-
to get too comfortable with just good songs.
That's right. Throwing some bad stuff.
yeah. So what are the influences that got you into making music, like personally, like personal influences that got you into making music?
Oh man, you go first, Dan. This is going to be a long question for all of us.
Well, yeah, Tony's gonna have interesting answers.
Get my Rolodex out of names.
Tony's into like the most random shit you'll ever hear. So I'm very curious what his answer is. For me, I remember I started playing guitar because I heard a Pennywise song I thought was really cool, and I was like, I want to know how do you play that? Like, I want to do that. So it was really kind of like those classic punk rock bands. It was like Bad Religion early on. And then my favorite band in high school was the Gaslight Anthem. And they're still my favorite band. So that's always been a big influence.
Gaslight Anthem. I don't think I've ever heard of them.
Oh, yeah?
No.
They're kind of like a little more rock and roll than just punk. They got some like Springsteen influences going on. They're pretty cool. Just check them out. They're just like reuniting this year. They broke up for a while, so I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I think there's just a lot of those like punk rock influences, and then I got into some more like folk and singer-songwriter stuff.
Mhm.
So I think that's kind of, I bring some of that into the band that maybe Tony or Kevin, they don't really listen to that stuff. So we got a good range of stuff coming in. But Tony, you had time to think of all your myriad influences.
Yeah, just the Beatles, pretty much. That's it now.
I was going to say that is one long list.
Just George, Paul. All the above. No, it probably started there. I don't know. We didn't have like a bunch of TV and stuff growing up, so like for me, it was just my dad had records. So and a guitar that was beat up as hell. So I kind of figured that out. But I started with a lot of classic rock stuff, the Beatles and Pink Floyd and Zeppelin. But then I bought a drum set from a kid in high school, and I was the only one in my town of 50 or whatever, probably 100 maybe. So everybody would come over and just play if they had an instrument, whoever that my dad would meet. So I got into all types of music, from Frank Zappa to tons of punk rock, of Bad Brains, and just about every hardcore 80s punk rock and 77 stuff too. I really loved Clash and the Damned and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, you name it. I think I just kind of settled a lot on loud and fast, but even hip hop too. A ton of like Wu-Tang Clan and Eminem and all that stuff growing up. So it's everything, but I don't know. I try to pull from as much as I can, like in general. Like I don't know. I only play bass, but I feel like I approach my bass way more like I don't know, like how like Zappa or like Slash, like an electronic beat maker would, kind of like these weird influences, just because it's a unique instrument to me as opposed to something I've never played before.
Well, I've got to say, Tony, that certainly was a long ass fucking
Was it?
answer. And for everybody at home, if you're watching this on YouTube instead of listening to this on Spotify, you would have actually seen my face during that. That I started off clean shaven. Now I have a long, luscious beard. The answer was that fucking long. Fuck.
I could keep going. You want me to stop or?
But that is certainly a wide range of different influences. It's kind of like incorporating like so many different genres into like to make you like who you are in a way. So I quite like that because a lot of other people that I'll ask like that question randomly to or whatever, they'll stick to like usually one or two genres. So it's kind of nice to hear the broad range that influenced you. So that was actually quite a good answer. I quite like that one. Bit long-winded,
We shorten it.
but yeah. Next, maybe for another interview, maybe shorten it down a little bit. Just go, yeah, I like music. Move on.
Yeah, you gotta get the elevator pitch. Get it down to 30
right.
seconds.
Yeah, you need to work on your elevator pitch. Yeah, that's exactly it. Exactly it.
Yeah, Tony's the wild card. Like the drummer, just Blink 182. That's all he cares about. Me, I'm more
Of course.
punk rock.
Fucking drummers, simple-minded. I like Blink. I like Blink 182. Yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to get us to play like Latin jazz and stuff. He's like, I knew he was
Latin
gonna
jazz.
say Zappa.
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew Zappa was coming
Right.
So-
Okay.
up.
So you've got a wide array of different music like out already, and when I was going through your playlists, I didn't notice many like collaborations or any at all. So my question is, if you could do a collaboration, who would it be, and why is it me?
It's your beautiful voice, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it! If I had a shave, you'd see me blush.
Yeah, you got that accent. We don't have, we got these American like blunts, just sound like rough dudes, and you got this like character to your voice that
That I've got a character to my voice.
I'd
That's
say
probably
charm.
the most polite way to say that I sound like shit. So thank you.
Can't take a compliment, this guy.
So can you explain to me and to the people at home, can you explain what the creative process is that you guys go through when you create your music? When you get the idea, when you write it down to record it, to when you get it out there, what is the process to that you do?
Yeah, I might start first, Danny, because you're
Yeah.
kind of the guru. Mine's a lot more like fire drill compared to Danny. Like, I got an idea, I try to work it, and it usually never comes out anyway the way I want it to. And then I'm like agonize over it and try this, and then freak out, and then eventually I finish it because I'm like, usually somebody's like, I really liked it. Can you just finish it? So to me, I don't know. I'm not the best at the process, but Danny, if you want to take the rest, because you're kind of the genius at that.
Stop. So kind. Yeah, Tony gets like 80 to 90% of the way done with a song, and then he's like, never mind, it's terrible. I don't want to play it. And we're like, dude, come on, it's good, man. For me, I'm lyrics first always. Like, I think the other two guys in the band don't really care about lyrics or vocals like nearly as much as I do. But I usually like get an idea of like a line or two that really hooks me and I want to kind of write the song around. And then usually I get like a first verse and a chorus and then get stuck and I can't get a second verse. And that's usually the hard part for me. And but usually like once I have the words down, I'm starting to hear like a melody, maybe like a vibe for it, and I can usually get the like chords behind that melody, and then I usually like record kind of a full rough version and send to the guys, and then we get together and jam and like turn it into a real song. And um, I feel like Tony kind of is like the director sometimes. He's like, okay, this part here, this part we need to like move up here, or we need to make it longer.
Is it
like,
because he's got glasses you think he looks smart?
it could
Is that a little bit of like a bit of stereotype in there? It's like, oh no, this dude, he's got glasses. He's got to be smart. He can take control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah, he fools us with this.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
not
very,
surprised.
like,
He's trying to fool me, but I'm seeing through it.
Well, fun fact is I didn't have glasses until the band, so think about that.
Ooh, mind blown. I would say I care, but I don't. So, what is the one thing that you guys know now, like during your musical journey, during your musical career? What is the one thing that you know now that you wish you could have told your younger selves at the start of your journey?
damn.
Oh yeah, damn, yeah, yeah. It's a
Oh,
tough one, isn't it?
no, not honestly for me. It's very simple.
Of course, it's simple for you.
Excuse me. Let me brush off my glasses here. And I think for me, it just get started earlier. Like, you know, I learned, but I guess I never thought I was confident enough to, play guitar or sing or something in a band. Like I usually just sat behind a kit in high school and these things. And it wasn't until, when I moved to Chicago, like a year in, I finally like met everybody and played. But, part of me wishes I guess I would have started sooner. Who knows? I might have met these guys anyway in a different way. We still would have had this going on.
Let me think. Maybe practice singing more.
Practice singing more.
I think I didn't realize till like a year ago how hard it is to fucking sing, and I've gotten slowly better, but it's like,
Have you never done karaoke before?
well,
You
karaoke.
had a couple, like one too many pints down the pub, and you thought, fuck it, yeah, I can sing, get on the karaoke, and just bellow one out.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. It's like that, isn't it?
not as much as I'd like it to be. But maybe that's what we're doing wrong, and we should just play covers and just get drunk and stuff.
So where can our listeners, like if they're watching this on YouTube or if they're listening to this on Spotify, where can they connect with you online if they just want to either check out your music or if they just want to drop in and say hi?
The tunes are pretty much every streaming platform. If you use Spotify, they're there. Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, Bandcamp, all the usuals. If you just want to chat, Facebook or Instagram, probably the best spot for that. We have a Twitter that has like 30 followers, and I feel really sad about that sometimes. But
So what is the message that you would like to give to your fans out there if they're watching this or if they're listening to this?
Man, that's a good one. Take a stab at it, Danny.
Don't actually literally take a stab at Danny. Don't act. I don't encourage violence.
That's why we're in separate rooms right now.
That's a good reason for it.
Did you have something? Or did you want me to go?
Yeah, no, I was thinking, at least my point is like we're always just kind of here to have fun, I guess, with our music. Like we take it seriously because I think we all really love it and want to make the best sound we can make. But I think at the end of the day, like we're always like, if we're not laughing and joking, then what's the point? Like,
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I would say so for me, what I love about punk rock and what I try to take to the rest of my life really is like figuring out a way to do what you want with the resources you have available to you. So for example, like we want to do a music video. So like Tony went and researched and like figured out how to do it. and he directed and edited a great one. And like, I think people are afraid to like take the step to like figure out how to do something themselves, and they just feel like, like I don't know how to do that. I'm never gonna learn. But if you just like start and just figure out a way that works for you, you can do a lot of cool stuff. So that'd be
Yeah, no, I definitely like that because that's kind of like how the podcast came about in a way. I've just thought I want to talk to people. You know, it was coming up near the end of lockdown, and I was bored, just stuck in the house talking to my wife day in, day out. And I was just like, I want to talk to other people. So I was just like, there's a lot of musical talent out there in the world that don't have a platform where they can express their music. They can talk about their music. That they can talk to someone who actually, you know, generally cares to what they have to say. And so why don't I do something like that? And I was like talking back and forth to my mate, to the co-founder of Madness Records, and my artist Big Q. Was throwing ideas back and forth with him, and I was just thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll go for it. I'll make a podcast. So I researched and researched so much stuff. And how can I do a podcast? How can I do this? And I came up with the idea of doing a video podcast, hence YouTube, and doing my recordings through Google Meet. And the editing, I learned all that by myself. Picked myself out some software, learned how to use it, paid the premium price to unlock all the features, and all the editing that everybody sees on the show, I do it all myself. It was all done in house. So, and yeah, and I've just been getting better and better each episode that I edit. So it's kind of like that in a way. I would say, not to blow my own trumpet.
That's very cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, just start trying, and yeah, you can figure shit out.
Yeah, just start trying, and you can figure it out. If you don't try, you won't know if you're good at it or not. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of honest people out there that will tell you that you're shit and never to do it again. I've had that a couple of times, but you know, I ignore the haters.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got to learn how to like take, I don't know, figure out what criticism you should take and what you can be like, nah. You know what I mean? That's kind of part of it, is you kind of figure it out.
I don't hear criticism. It's like water off a duck's back for me. Just like, all right, cool, move on. Right, guys, we are coming up to the halfway point, and you let me know at the start of this that you've released a new song recently that you would like to promote the fuck out of. The song is called "Get Your Shit Together." Fantastic title, by the way, and a good song, but the title fucking fantastic. So, can you tell us the story behind that song, how you came up with the idea, and what is the message in that song?
Yeah. So this one it actually was initially written before the first album even got recorded. But it had a totally different chorus, and it wasn't that great, so we didn't record it for that album. And then I kind of always liked the verses, so I like reworked the whole thing, wrote a new chorus, and then brought it back to the guys and was like, you know what, I want to like jam this one. So it's sort of like it's sort of existed in a few different ways, but now I think it's like really catchy. I think it's got a lot of good energy, and we love playing it, and our fans seem to like it. The message of the lyrics is kind of like just about a guy who stuff's not going great for him at the moment. He's drinking alone at night. He's just like hates his job. He's stressed all day long. And the message at the end is just like, hey man, like it's not gonna be this way forever. Like just keep pushing through, and things are gonna turn around. So we don't have a lot of optimistic songs in this band, but this is one.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, everybody, we are going to play that song for you. You can obviously listen to it yourself. We're going to play the song for you so you can form your opinion on it. If you like the song, let me know. I'll let the guys know. If you don't like the song, let me know, and I'll let the guys know. Either way, I'll let them know. Shit or good, I'll let them know.
You've been spending more of your nights drinking. So long since it brought you any enjoyment. But lately you can't think of what else to do. So you grab a bottle or two. Settle in on the couch once again. Another night staying up till 2, followed by another morning to sleep through. The last 2 years went by, you hardly even knew. The world outside always looks black and blue. Each day's a little harder to push through. This life takes and takes everything from you. You've been spending your days trying not to panic. So much stress in your life and you can't stand it. Never taught how to moderate, so you learn to self-medicate. One day it's gonna be too much to manage. Another night staying up till 4, followed by another day you ignore. The last 2 years went by, you hardly even knew. The world outside always looks black and blue. Each day's a little harder to push through. This life takes and takes everything from you. This way of living ain't sustainable. A better life is still attainable. You know it isn't gonna be like this forever. Just gotta get your shit together. Don't let the years go by the way you always do. The world outside ain't always black and blue. These days might be hard, but you're still pushing through. This life takes only what you let it take from you.
Buddy, that was that was a really good song. I really enjoyed that. Let me know what your thoughts are at home. If you enjoyed that, if you didn't enjoy that, let me know. I want to know because, yeah, I was really impressed with that. And I was actually really impressed with the fact you had almost 6,500 streams on that song alone.
Well,
That's really impressive.
Thanks.
Tony, did you like the song? What did you think?
I lived it. I love it. I am the song now.
You are the song. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. Oh, and look, we just lost Tony. Right, guys, we're moving on now to the serious part of the interview. I'm going to start asking you some tough questions, some head scratchers, some questions that will make you think. Okay? So, if at any point, because I will probably make you feel uncomfortable with some of these questions that I'm going to ask. Okay? So, if at any point during these questions that you feel uncomfortable, please let me know. And I will ignore you. I'll call you a little bitch and I'll just ignore you. There is no safe word. You can't pussy out. Okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay. So your first serious question. What celebrity would you most like to switch lives with?
Jeez.
I don't want it to be anyone too famous because that sounds miserable if you can't leave your house. But it's got to be someone cool like Bill Murray. That's who I did.
Okay.
Bill
good one.
Murray.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry. I think the obvious answer is Pete Davidson here, but everybody knew that at this point.
Pete Davidson. Who's that?
He's
Who is
Kim Kardashian. Yeah, he's a comedian from SNL. He's Kim Kardashian's new guy. He's dated Ariana.
Kardashian.
Yeah.
What's a Kardashian? Aren't they a fictional alien race on Star Trek? Or as like some members in the Federation like to call them spoonheads.
Yeah.
Those are Kardashians, yeah?
You're not wrong, but
Okay. Well, Tony just gave me a stupid fucking answer, so I'm going to ignore him. Right. So what is the most trouble that you guys have been in? Now, nothing super duper illegal, because I know you're in America and we all are well aware that the police over there, they have a policy of shoot first and ask questions, maybe. So nothing that will bring the cops at your door.
You've heard about our cops, I see. Oh man, I would not say I've done very much illegal in my life.
It doesn't have to be illegal. It's just not so illegal that the police come knocking at your door.
we just see Danny get lifted up out of there.
Getting swatted.
Yeah. Tony, do you have a good answer?
I got a couple, but I'll do one easy one. I used to do a lot of like TPing as a kid, with like a ton of it because I was in a small town. So every year around my buddy's birthday, we would just go out with tons of TP and TP this one girl, Amy's house, for no other reason that she was just smart at school, and we were like, we got to get her. So
Nerd.
yeah, that's what happens. Come and get me, cops.
So you go out and get a load of TP. Now, for everyone who's not in America watching or listening to this, TP, I believe, is toilet paper.
Correct.
Yes. So you go out and get a load of toilet paper and throw it at someone's house.
Oh yeah, because they got to clean it up.
What happened to bricks and throwing bricks at people's houses? Why toilet paper? That's not going to do any damage.
I mean, it takes a while to clean up. I like wait till I come visit Glasgow, man. I'll show you all about it.
Yeah, Lauren.
Yeah, all right.
That's right. Sleep easy tonight, huh?
I would say I've gone streaking. That's bad, I guess. I don't know.
Streaking. You went streaking.
Mm-hmm.
And you just said a couple of minutes earlier that you haven't done anything illegal. And then you just said that you went streaking. Now, that's one of the things about this question that kind of gets me, because I ask that question and a lot of people go, oh, me being in trouble? No, I couldn't bear the thought. And then a couple of minutes later, they come out with a ridiculous story such as that. You absolute fucking wet wipe.
It's the human body, man. Nothing's wrong with it. I don't see what the big deal is.
Indecent exposure. Just fuck's sake. So you guys are saying that you've got a load of shows coming up. Have you performed a lot recently?
Yeah.
It's been a little like play some shows, gotta pause because COVID numbers are going crazy again, and play some more shows and then pause. But yeah, we played a couple weeks ago. We got one in like 3 weeks, maybe 2 in 3 weeks, and then we got one in July. We got album release in August. So we got a couple. We're trying to get a few more this summer. Not trying to go anything too crazy. We don't have any tours or nothing.
So then, what has been your favorite song to perform?
For me, 20 Below. It's off the new album, but it's it's one of our newer ones, but it's just a fun. There's a lot of tempo changes. It starts off like it's gonna be a really soft song, and then we just go up to like 300 beats per minute and just crank it out.
Yeah, sounds pretty fun. I like intentionally wrote it to like throw people off. So it's like it was really slow, like melodical intro, like, oh, it's gonna be a nice little beautiful song, and then it's just like fucking fast and hard and loud.
Then smacks you in the face, going, "Shut up, you little bitch, and take it."
Yeah.
Right.
That was pretty cool. We've only played that one once, but that's gonna be like our set closer probably forever. So
Right. Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the music industry as it stands today?
She got Dan. You go first.
how much time you got, man? I think
15 minutes left. That's how much time we've got.
And I'm counting.
I think it's
14 minutes.
I think it's cool that people can like DIY their own music way better than they used to. Like there used to be a big like financial barrier to getting your stuff recorded or even like getting musical instruments and stuff, and that's all pretty much gone. Like if you have a couple $100, you can get a laptop and make some cool music. I think that's sweet, but I think at this point on the internet, like everyone's listening to different shit, and it's like it's very hard for bands to get more than like a core audience because everyone can just find this like little niche that they live in and that they only listen to bands like that, and there's not as much of like people sharing their music with one another. I feel like that's the challenge now.
Yeah, I get what you're saying for that. I mean, I used to be like that. Then I started doing this podcast, and then I started hearing all this amazing music that all my guests do, like week in, week out. And for everybody at home, if you're not aware, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, I do have a podcast guest list music playlist on Spotify of a select couple of songs of my favorites of all of the guests up music on that playlist, so you can check it all out. It's all there in a single playlist of every single guest so far. I think we're almost up to 4 hours runtime in that playlist. That last check, I don't know. There's quite a lot of music on there, and there's quite a lot of good music on there. If you're looking for something new, I highly suggest you go check that out. These guys' music will be on there from the time that this interview is out in the public domain. It gets updated every single week with all of the guest music, so definitely check it out. Nice little self plug there.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Always gotta do it. But yeah, I used to be the same when I would only listen to like one type of music, like in that little genre that I liked, and then as I said, started doing the podcast, listened to more and more music, and then I've kind of expanded from that. I mean, I used to listen to a lot of like pop punk and all that when I was a kid, but I've kind of been getting back into it a lot recently because a lot of my guests have been pop punk bands or punk bands or this and that, so I've been getting into it a bit more. Obviously hip hop and metal, and there's so many different music genres now that I listen to that I wouldn't have say 5 years ago. So yeah,
I feel like people it's so much easier to listen to a lot more stuff, and there's so much more stuff out there, but I feel like people spend less time with each artist now because it's so easy to skip to the next one. So like they're listening like this, but not listening like deeply to stuff, or like they have fewer artists that they like really get into. I think that's the big change that's happened with like the internet.
Yeah, I mean, to jump on that, it's definitely more of a singles focused thing. And I know Danny and I were old school. We like a perfect album. We always are trying to make a perfect album. So it's definitely different where we feel a little out of sync with everyone, but it's not a bad thing because I also think that there's, if it's good enough, I feel like a lot of people will listen to it regardless and at least follow through.
It's like, I know what you're saying when like feeling like you're out of sync. I know what you're saying there. Like I'm gonna sound old as fuck now. But it's like the good old days. You know, you'd hear a song on the radio, or someone that you know, or a family member introduce you to a new song. You go to the music shop, and that's the first time you go there, you'd pick up the single of that song that you like, and you get told no, buy the album, because there may be more songs on the album that you like from that band. So buy the whole album. So you start buying the whole albums and all that. But with like streaming services and all that, it is easy just to skip, like within 30 seconds of it going, yeah, I'm not feeling it, skip, and not actually taking the time to listen to the song and appreciate the craft that's gone into it.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like you can see bands nowadays either like some of them have like really embraced the new way of doing stuff. Like they're on TikTok, they're just very like video focused, making sure they have like social content. And then other people just like put out songs and like don't know how to promote themselves, and they don't care about promoting themselves. They're just like, we like playing music. And I think that's why like playing shows is like more important than ever to get that connection with people. Because online, you're just like a nameless, faceless band unless they like see you and like develop that connection. So I don't know.
Your
It's a weird
voice
time.
kind of broke a little bit there, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm getting a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, you're starting puberty. Oh, Danny, he's grown up since we started this. Oh, that's cute. Oh, fuck. So if there was something about the music industry that you had the power to change, what would it be and why?
For me, it's festivals, honestly. Like if you hear stories about back in the 60s, like Otis Redding and Janis Joplin, like Monterey Pop Festival made them huge, not the other way around. Whereas now it's like Coachella's, if Kanye doesn't play, like who's, you know what I mean? Like it's all people who have already made it. It just feels like it's backwards now. Whereas this back in the day, it used to kind of be about the music, I guess.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think more guitar music on the radio is what I would change.
Oh god, so basic bitch. Oh, okay, I'm not going to talk to Danny anymore because he's basic.
I can go.
Oh, fucking hell. So, have you guys done many interviews or many other podcasts before this, or have you got any more planned up for after this one?
Would you believe this is our first ever podcast?
No, I wouldn't believe it was your first ever podcast because you've actually presented yourself very well. You've actually you kind of gone into it as if you're veterans of interviews.
Oh, well, thank you so much. We're not. We have never done it. And we have no other ones lined up, but we hope to do more. That'd be cool.
Okay, well, this next question that I've got for you is a really incredibly important question. So if you do any other interviews, any other podcasts in the future, later on down the line, I can guarantee you 100% no one else will ask you this question because they don't have the balls, because they're too afraid to cross an imaginary line in case it offends. Me, I don't give a shit. It's my show. I'll do what the fuck I like. Cancel me if you want. I'll still come back. So when I ask this question, you will make you think, and when you go on other shows and other podcasts and do other interviews, it will come up to it and you go, you know what? Lots, that guy from A Wee Touch of Madness, he was right. No one ever asks us this question, and it's so incredibly important. Why don't anybody else do that? Are you ready for this question?
Let's hear it, man. Hot
Yeah.
seat.
I'm not ready. No.
Tough shit. Do you sing in the shower? And if you do, what you sing? Yeah, see, incredibly fucking important question there. I don't know how I kept a straight face through that whole monologue.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course I sing in the shower. What else do you do in the shower? Like, that's why I take showers.
The most common answer I've heard is just because the acoustics are amazing.
Mm,
The most common answer I've heard from singers.
they are good.
Not wrong. I mean, hey, yeah, no, I definitely do. My favorites, I like anything that's like a good 80s pop song in the shower. I feel like that's like give me like a Cyndi Lauper or something I know I can't hit, but I know no one's around. I'm like, I'm going for it. Like
Oh, fucking hell. Fair enough. Right, guys, we are coming up to the end of our time slot. But before we go, there is a segment that I tried once or twice, but I quite liked it. So I'm trying to make it a staple every time that I remember. Most of the time, I remember to do this part. It's already too late. I've already done the recording and the episode's already out. So I'm going to try and make an effort to remember this segment. And the segment is Ask the Host the Question.
Mm,
So I've spent almost an entire hour talking with you guys, interviewing you guys, asking you questions, getting your thoughts and your feelings on certain subject matters. So now is your turn to ask me a question. You
Just
can
one.
have three. You can have three questions per person if you like, or one question. It's up to you.
All right. Let's do a couple each, right, Tony?
okay,
Let's
yeah,
we gotta get to know the guy, right?
I believe it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's grill
Yeah.
him.
All right. You got one interview you can do with any musician. Who's that musician?
Oh fuck! See, it won't be just one.
It's gotta be.
It can't be because everybody who follows my podcast on social media, they have already seen the list of artists and groups that I want on the show that I'm fans of, and they've probably seen my Instagram story from the past 3 or 4 days where I've been tagging this one group constantly because they like every single fucking story, but when it comes up to the story that they're tagged in, somehow they're nowhere to be seen. And it starts to annoy me. And then I'm like, okay, I'll wait, feel my phone vibrate. Oh, they've liked the story. It's about someone else. Right, cool, tag them. Great. Wait, 24 hours pass. Another story comes up. Oh, they like that one. You fuckers. That's been really annoying me. I've even messaged them a couple of times, but it hasn't gone through yet. I'm not going to name any names, but if you follow me on social media, you probably already know that. You probably already know who it is. But
Right. So mine's kind of similar to something that you asked us, but I guess you're a lot more plugged into different aspects of the music scenes. Where do you see
am I?
music as a whole going, like in the future?
Where do I see music going as a whole in the future? I believe NFTs are going to be a massive thing in the near future. I don't agree with them. I don't agree with NFTs at all. I think it is a colossal waste of fucking time. I think it's going to be like NFTs are going to go the way of microtransactions in computer games. It's going to go massive for a year or two until someone complains and then the whole community complains and then they slowly scrap it, or like the gambling mechanics in certain video games, that sort of thing. It's going to be fun for a year, but then it's going to die out because no one's going to want to do it. I don't see the point in that, and why some people will want to do NFTs for their music. Why create your music just for one specific person? Why not create your music for the group of people, the collective who enjoy your music, instead of just focusing on one person? That's not how you build up a fan base. That is my thought on that. I don't agree with NFTs. I think the whole thing is fucking stupid. But what I would like is for the craft of the music to actually show the merit of the work. You know, the talent that you guys have, the creativity that you put into your music, and you showcase it in either your albums and your album art or your music videos. I want that to be the thing that draws people in again, You know, there'll be many times that I'll hear a song, and then I'll go straight to YouTube to find the music video because I'm like, cool. And then if I find the music video, I'll just keep watching the music video because I'm like, I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking the story, the visual story behind the song. I might be in the minority there. I probably am in the minority there.
That's a good answer.
Any other questions? Come on, I'm an open book, guys. Ask me anything.
So you don't like NFTs, but how do you feel about Wu-Tang Clan pressing one version of that one album and selling that? Was that cool, or is that still not cool?
Or like Snoop Dogg buying Death Row Records and now releasing all the music on there as NFTs.
Well, yeah, that's not cool.
Didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that one.
That it's all over in the music news. No? Okay. See, for what you just said with Wu-Tang only pressing one vinyl record of that one album, if it's a collector's, NFTs are different to collector's editions. For collector's editions, you know, when you buy them, they're going to generate more money the longer you keep them in a pristine condition. NFTs, you buy it, that's it. What have you got? You've got a non-tangible fucking product in your hand. At least with the vinyl pressing, you actually have something physical with the money. With NFTs, it's all fucking digital, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's online, if it's digital, it can just be deleted. Then what have you spent your money on? What you said with Wu-Tang pressing like one record, no, it's a collector's edition. There's going to be people that want to buy it because it's going to gain in value as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
So that is completely different because it's a physical product.
Okay, cool.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna take us new direction.
Okay.
What is the coolest thing about Scotland that we wouldn't know about here in America?
The coolest thing about Scotland that you guys wouldn't know, that haggis isn't just a food item that people consume around here. It is actually a wild animal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's native to the Highlands in Scotland, and it's got, for some reason, the way that it evolved. Well, obviously, being in the Highlands, it's got like two legs shorter than the other, so it can run around the hilltops. And it takes ages to hunt one down. That's why haggis is like, it costs quite a bit of money.
It's like a goat.
Right, yeah, I was like, is he fucking with us? I was like, I can't tell. That's all I was thinking the whole time. I was like, should I?
Oh fuck! I couldn't keep a straight face with that one.
I was
really
gonna say, dude. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm buying.
Right. One thing about Scotland that you wouldn't know. Well, for starters, it is an incredibly beautiful country, and contrary to what some people might think, the Scottish people are actually a very welcoming people. They're probably the most welcoming people like ever, to be honest. You know, I've been up here in Scotland for over 10 years, almost 12 years. Never felt out of place. But well, apart from one or two dickheads, but you know, you get them everywhere.
Yeah.
But it is an incredibly beautiful place, and there's so many hidden gems around Scotland, especially in the Highlands in the north of Scotland, or just out in the countryside. If you just go and explore, you would just stumble across something historic or like naturally beautiful. It would just take your breath away.
Cool. I've never been. I gotta visit sometime.
Yeah, well, when you come over to the UK to perform, to do live shows, hit me up. Get me a backstage pass. Get me VIP tickets. I expect to be there.
Definitely.
Now we're talking.
Yep. And because we're in Scotland, verbal contracts are an actual thing. I will take that as a verbal contract, and if you fall back on it, I will snippet this bit and go, "Hey, dickheads, remember this?"
Got it.
Right. Okay. I will take one more question.
All right, I got mine. So, what song do you secretly like that you've never told anybody before?
What song do I secretly like, but I've never told anyone before? That's a tough one. What song? Oh, that's a tough one. I actually have to think about that because I don't think there is any. If I like a song, I'll fucking start jamming to it. Like Backstreet Boys, I'll fucking jam along to Backstreet Boys, no fucking problem.
Hell yeah.
NSYNC, I'll fucking get down with a bit of NSYNC. I don't give a shit. Britney, bitch. Fucking yeah, Britney Spears. Yeah, it's Britney, bitch. I'll fucking get along with that. I don't think I don't think I have any.
Good for you, man. You're an open book.
Yeah. I don't think I have any. No, I don't.
Sweet.
Apart from the Coco Melon theme tune, I actually quite like that. I put it on for my 2-year-old son sometimes, and I will actually, like, whilst he's watching it, I'll jam along to the theme song and I'll jam along to the songs. Quite like them. They've kind of wormed their way into my brain. Right, guys. Well, that is all the time that we've got. And so before we come up to the end and we do the final goodbyes and all that, have you thought of a challenge for the dickhead who didn't turn up?
Yeah, the dickhead named Kevin. All
Sounds
right.
like a dickhead name as well.
Right.
Kevin. Oh,
Ugh. All right, Tony, you got to help me craft this. But
Okay.
and we can have Lawrence do this too. But so my idea.
yay.
How's your American accent?
How's my American accent? It's passable, for piss taking, it's passable.
All right. So my idea, I want to see if Kevin can call his girlfriend with a British accent and see if she can figure out that it's him, and then vice versa for you, Lawrence.
So you want me to call my wife with an American accent to see if she can figure out she would be able to figure out it's me.
Okay.
For two straight up reasons. One, my name will come up on her phone when I phone her.
That's the problem.
And two, she's heard my American accent before.
Okay. So maybe we gotta get more creative.
Yeah. But I did say before the recording, the challenge has to be music based.
So maybe
as because he's a drummer and he's very simple minded, may I suggest forcing him to try and play an instrument he hasn't played before?
I'm along with that. So he sings backup on our new album. I think live we need to get him a mic.
What about a glockenspiel?
He would love that. We had these like percussion toys, and he was trying to put every single one on the album, and we're like, dude, like.
What about a dog squeaky toy? Try and get him to make a tune out of dog squeaky toy.
Yeah,
I like it.
Next live show, he's gotta play the squeaky for a song.
That's right.
Well, so is that the challenge? Getting him to try and play an instrument he hasn't played before?
Yeah, just have him do it live.
Have him do it live.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if he does it live, I would like to see a recording of that as proof. And I'm sure everybody at home would like to see the recording of that.
We got it.
Awesome. Well, that is the challenge. We're going to get Kevin, the drummer, to play an instrument that he's never played before. I like that. That's going to be fun. And for once, I'm not included in the challenge. I don't have to eat any fucking chilies. Yay!
Congrats.
So, have you guys had fun doing this with me today?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah? Awesome.
Would you like to come back on the show at a later date?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah? Awesome. Well, everybody, you heard it there first. The guys would like to come back on the show at a later date. So you at home, you know exactly what that means. That means the most ridiculous, the most messed up, the most fucked up question you can think of. I want to know. Either put it down in the comments on YouTube or send me a little voice note through Spotify. Let me know what the questions are. Next time I get the guys on the show, I will say those questions to them. And if we can make them feel uncomfortable, then hats off to everyone.
Bring
So
it on.
that was Danny and Tony from Nowhere Days, and I hope you all enjoyed the episode, and I hope you all stick around next week for the next episode comes out. It's going to be a good one, like all my shows. They are good. If you don't agree, shut up. So in the meantime, to quote Beth from Bitching Hour with her sign off that I am definitely keeping, stay sexy and don't get murdered. And I will catch you all next week.